Hi, Marionette. Is going on here? How did you find out about this?
Well, I happened to be reading a story in the New York Times that was about something completely different. And they stated that they found out that the link to the apology that Biden made in October 2024 was gone and it just says doesn't exist. So I got to looking at some other things. I was interested in learning about the national monument that Biden had designated Carlisle National Monument for boarding schools. And that link is also down.
So it sounds like he doesn't want to, the Trump administration, the new administration, I get this, doesn't want to acknowledge the work of his previous administration. We heard a lot about the ideology is anti-American. And I just want to know from you, what's anti-American about recognizing the horrible past in the boarding school era?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think, one of my sources describe these kinds of things as the naughty words. And the naughty words are include anything that can be construed to reference DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So perhaps somehow this triggered some red flags. However, interestingly, nobody would respond to me about this either way.
And you reached out to a lot of people, including the Gila River tribe, where the apology by Biden was made in October. Did you hear back from them?
No, except that the governor has declined to comment. He's actually the only person I heard back from in any way. And I reached out to the Department of the Interior, the Bureau of Indian Affairs. I reached out to Carolyn Levitt, who is the press secretary for President Trump. I reached out to the White House, and I heard nothing. The silence was stunning.
And this is also attached to funds, I would imagine, some of the funds probably that are going to recording the history of survivors of boarding schools.
Well, I think the apology did not include any funding component. However, the monument would include whatever would the cost would be associated with creating a national monument that Biden declared through the Antiquities Act. And so some people are saying that there is no process within the Antiquities Act to reverse a designation. But then some other attorneys are saying, well, it just falls under the purview of the president, and he can, do that at any time. It's a discretionary element. So I imagine this will be sorted out in the courts, or at least they will attempt to do so.
Thank you for your time, Marionette.
Well, thank you for having me, Shirley.